Hi, it's me, Dr. Korax, coming to you with episode 6 of the Daily Trope. Coming to you from Rhetoric City, where the truth does not speak for itself. Today's trope is Oxymoron, or Oxymoron, or however you want to pronounce it. It's Greek to me. The simplest definition is the yoking of opposites. The yoking of opposites. You know, the example that everybody refers to is jumbo shrimp, as I do in the little story that I'm about to read to you. Here we go. Oxymoron, placing two ordinarily opposing terms adjacent to one another. A compressed paradox. The title, Artichoke Experiment. They called me Giant Shorty. I was 6 feet 4 tall, and my you-know-what was 2 inches long. I was the tallest man in Castroville and the shortest too. They could have called me Jumbo Shrimp, but that was a worn-out oxymoron. Keep it simple was the rule of thumb. Anyway, half the people in Castroville had never seen a shrimp. They were too busy making artichoke fritters for the tourists who stopped there on their way to Monterey to visit the aquarium and the tawdry souvenir shops and tourist attractions built on the back of Steinbeck's Cannery Row. I was working in my lab overtime trying to make THC-infused artichokes. Wicked good, as they would say in Maine. Everybody else in the valley grew artichokes, but I grew artichokes and pot. I was experimenting with 3 strains of pot: Gold Medal Haze, Pinky Dinky, and Boom Boom Banshee. I imported Banshee from Ireland. My mule, Timmy O'Hanahan, put life and limb on the line twice a year to supply me, risking the sea voyage across the Atlantic. He traveled across the course the Pilgrims followed to Boston. Now I'm going to change the page and block everything out. Okay, to Boston, then hopped a bus like Jack Kerouac or Kuriak to San Francisco, and then hitchhiked to Castroville with a 100-pound odor-proof sack full of Boom Boom Banshee. Timmy told me when people asked him what was in the sack, he'd answer, "A wee bit of laundry." Banshee was by far the pot to make my THC-infused artichokes from. When ground up, it mixed readily with the rich soil of the Salinas Valley and was almost 100% THC. However, I couldn't get the artichoke plants to suck it up. I needed a remedy, so I texted my friend from college, RFK Jr. He was an expert on the herb and probably had the answer. I got an answer almost immediately. "Hey, stupid smartass, your dim-witted genius makes a mockery of Einstein and Abraham Lincoln combined. Haha, pot-infused artichokes, like wow, impure genius, man. Here's what you do. Run the weed through a blender, mixing it with Miracle-Gro, plant food, and birch water, and spray the concoction on the artichoke plants. They will absorb it through their leaves. I use this recipe with opium on my organic carrots, and they make for sweet dreams every time I munch one." I took RFK's Jr.'s advice. My artichoke Boom Boom Banshee fritters are the pot at the end of the rainbow. People come all the way from Japan to sample them. Here we go with another awkward page turning. I gotta get this fixed. The fritters fly through the bright midnight of your brain. You will see the future present and follow the path to everywhere, nowhere, relaxing in an anomic reverie, with reason's barriers beautifully broken by the battering ram of your THC-soaked mind. Like, wow, man. Well, that's it, awkwardly read by Dr. Korax today. And again, if you want to actually read this for yourself, you can go to www.dailytrope.com, and all of these things are listed there. There's probably 1,000 stories and maybe 150 to 175 different tropes from the rhetorical tradition. And remember, tropes aren't just like seasoning that you add to a salad. They actually provide you with an orientation toward life and its prospects. Not all of them, but many of them. You know, you have figures of sound, like onomatoponana, or whatever it's called, onomana banana. Banana. Does that sound like a banana to you? You have, you know, either or, you'll get sore, where you have, you know, logical constructions, patterns of organization. It's a fantastic adventure in language's myriad possibilities. And schemes and tropes, I think, are sort of like the heart and soul of the truth. Yeah, and schemes and tropes are part of the rhetorical canon of style. There's 5 canons: invention, arrangement, style, delivery. Oh, did I forget memory? And memory. Style is where schemes and tropes abide, or abode, or whatever they do. Adobe. And arrangement is where patterns of organization. I say invention and arrangement are like the brain of rhetoric, and style and delivery are like the heart and soul. What I'm doing right now is delivering the printed word. Notice how you can do so much more with your voice without print than you can with print. And again, you can't tell that something is ironic without a tonal cue. You know, like, I really like your shoes, honey. If you just said, I really like your shoes, honey, that'd be a different story. And the big irony, the huge irony, the gigantic irony, is that we don't know whether everything that we read actually means the opposite from what it says. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Just think if the Bible is ironic, it means the opposite. It's like, thou shalt not lie. Oh well, anyway, I'm getting lost here. So again, if you want to read these things in your own right, go to www.dailytrope.com, and it's all laid out there just for you and me too. Bye.